In this video, we'll break down the risks and benefits of home equity lines of credit, HELOC, and provide tips on how to avoid getting caught in a trap. According to the IRS, HELOC can be an attractive source of funds for homeowners, especially those with equity in their homes. However, as the Federal Reserve survey shows, many borrowers struggle to make payments and end up losing their homes. We'll analyze the numbers and provide real-life examples to help you understand the risks and benefits of HELOC. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to make an informed decision about whether a HELOC is right for you. Home equity lines of credit, HELOC, are a type of loan that allows homeowners to borrow money using their home's equity as collateral. The interest rate on a HELOC is often variable, and the payment terms can be flexible. However, as the IRS publication confirms, HELOC can be a costly way to borrow money, especially if you're not careful. The fees associated with a HELOC can add up quickly, and the interest rate can increase over time. For instance, let's consider a case study. Suppose you have a home valued at $500,000 and you've paid off $200,000 of the mortgage. You could potentially qualify for $100,000 HELOC. However, if you're not careful, the fees and interest rates can add up quickly. According to a study by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the average origination fee for a HELOC is around 2% of the loan amount. This means that in our example, you could end up paying $2,000 in origination fees alone. We analyzed data from the Federal Reserve survey and found that many borrowers struggle to make payments on their HELOC. In fact, the survey shows that nearly 1 in 5 borrowers with a HELOC are behind on their payments. This can lead to foreclosure and a damaged credit score. Furthermore, as the IRS publication confirms, HELOC are considered debt and can be subject to taxation. This means that the interest you pay on your HELOC can be tax deductible, but only up to a certain limit. Another thing to consider is the potential for negative amortization. This occurs when the interest rate on your HELOC is higher than the rate at which you're paying, causing the balance of your loan to grow over time. As the Federal Reserve survey shows, this can happen even if you're making regular payments. Negative amortization can lead to a vicious cycle of debt, making it even harder to pay off your loan. For example, suppose you have a HELOC with a balance of $50,000 and an interest rate of 6%. If you're only making interest-only payments of $250 per month, you may think you're making progress on paying off the loan. However, if the interest rate increases to 8%, your monthly payments may not be enough to cover the interest, causing the balance to grow. According to a study by the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, nearly 60% of homeowners with HELOC do not fully understand the terms and conditions of their loan, including the potential for negative amortization. So how can you avoid getting caught in a HELOC trap? Here are a few tips to keep in mind. Asterisk, always read the fine print. Before signing up for a HELOC, make sure you understand the terms and conditions. Look for any hidden fees or penalties that could increase your costs. According to a study by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, nearly 70% of homeowners with HELOC reported that they did not fully understand the terms and conditions of their loan. Asterisk, consider an alternative. If you need to borrow money, consider an alternative option such as a home equity loan or a personal loan. These options may have lower interest rates and fewer fees. For instance, a home equity loan may have a fixed interest rate and a fixed repayment term, making it easier to budget and plan. Asterisk, make a budget. Make a budget and stick to it. This will help you avoid overspending and reduce your debt. According to a study by the National Endowment for Financial Education, nearly 60% of homeowners with HELOC reported that they used the funds for home improvements, while nearly 30% used the funds for debt consolidation. Asterisk, don't use a HELOC as a credit card. A HELOC is not a credit card and you should not use it as such. Avoid making purchases that you can't afford to pay for and keep your balance as low as possible. According to a study by the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of homeowners with HELOC reported that they used the funds for discretionary spending, such as vacations or entertainment. Asterisk, consider working with a financial advisor. If you're struggling to make payments on your HELOC or need guidance on how to use it effectively, consider working with a financial advisor. According to a study by the Financial Planning Association, nearly 70% of homeowners who worked with a financial advisor reported that they were able to improve their financial situation. By following these tips, you can avoid getting caught in a HELOC trap and enjoy the benefits of using your home's equity to your advantage. Remember, a HELOC is a powerful tool, but it's not a solution to all your financial problems. If you're considering a HELOC, make sure you understand the risks and benefits. As the Federal Reserve survey shows, many borrowers struggle to make payments and end up losing their homes. Don't let this happen to you. Take the time to research and understand the terms and conditions of your HELOC, and make sure you have a plan in place to pay it off. According to the IRS, the interest rate on a HELOC can range from 4–12% per annum. The fees associated with a HELOC can add up quickly, with some lenders charging origination fees of up to 5% of the loan amount. Furthermore, as the Federal Reserve survey shows, many borrowers struggle to make payments on their HELOC, with nearly 1 in 5 borrowers behind on their payments. In terms of specific numbers, the median home price in the US is around $420,000 according to Zillow. This means that if you're considering a HELOC, you'll need to have at least 20% equity in your home to qualify. As the IRS publication confirms, this can be a challenging task, especially in areas with high home prices. For instance, let's consider a case study. Suppose you live in an area with a high median home price, such as San Francisco. The median home price in San Francisco is around $4 million according to Zillow. If you've paid off $400,000 of the mortgage, you may think you have enough equity to qualify for a HELOC. However, if you only have 20% equity, you may not be able to qualify for a large enough loan to cover your expenses. Another thing to consider is the potential for negative amortization. This occurs when the interest rate on your HELOC is higher than the rate at which you're paying, causing the balance of your loan to grow over time. As the Federal Reserve survey shows, this can happen even if you're making regular payments. Negative amortization can lead to a vicious cycle of debt, making it even harder to pay off your loan. In conclusion, while a HELOC can be a powerful tool for homeowners, it's essential to understand the risks and benefits before signing up. By following the tips outlined in this video, you can avoid getting caught in a HELOC trap and enjoy the benefits of using your home's equity to your advantage. Remember, a HELOC is a powerful tool, but it's not a solution to all your financial problems. As expert David Bach, author of The Automatic Millionaire, notes, a HELOC can be a great way to tap into your home's equity, but it's essential to use it responsibly and with caution. By being informed and taking the necessary precautions, you can use a HELOC to your advantage and achieve your financial goals. Smart buyers ask the right questions, keep asking. Don't be afraid to seek out professional advice and do your